Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick and this is Gluttony and Earth. He wrote his name in a notebook 400 times. It's Kyle.
It is?
He burned 12 copies of the book Hatchet for warmth. It's Adam.
That's rude. That's a okay book.
You're the one who fucking burned him. His mind is in the machine. Is BakaZombie.
Because I am machine.
And he had a nice cup of coffee this morning. It's Kane.
I had coffee and then I sat out in the sun for 9 hours and now I am tomato.
Oh. What a fruitful day.
It is. It started off with beans and then it ended with fruit.
Fruitful. I get it.
Fruitful, yeah. Yeah, I'm sharp-witted. Even if I can't breathe.
It's real top tier jokes here.
Speaking of top tier, let's hit up that recap. Last time, the crew spent a few days recovering at Tappa's house, as Tappa spent her time asking them about the surface and about Temenos' religion, which Temenos was happy to share. Temenos explained both to Tappa and also Endien and Darius that his goal is to find the fountain of youth from the scriptures of his religion. Tappa mentioned that perhaps, so it sounded like it was the three deities who found or made this thing, and that some sort of outsider was involved. She's like, maybe that outsider has information about it, because if they talked about it, maybe the outsider did too. Which kind of gives Temenos more to think about in terms of a direction to maybe look for that he hasn't previously done so. They told her that their job is basically to travel around and protect things, which she said was just like the Star Callers, which she said is a group here in Atlantis, where they get to travel outside of the city and travel around and protect people and everything like that. And that her friend Shingi is one of those people, and he's out right now on a mission. She also lets them know that Silas was given permission to enter the old city to do some sort of rite of passage ritual, and that most people aren't allowed in there. So it's, he's able to go do that. They ask, aren't people mad that he's here? And she's like, yeah, this whole place is kind of tense right now because of the outsider. And then she also let him know that there's a holiday coming up called the Return of Night or something like that. That is kind of accented by this current that comes through with this bioluminescent algae that makes the ocean above the city, look like the night sky, as it beams with light. Tappa had also been noticeably injured, and she revealed that she'd been trying to help feed this crab that's been hurting her, and Endien said she'd help try to negotiate with this crab to help get it fed. She gives her a conch to breathe, and they head out. Endien casts Pass Without Trace, and they get to the crab's den, but while they're talking to the crab and trying to get it to feed, they notice two people come by. And as the two of them are discussing, one of them, named Takeshi, is revealing that he is going to hunt down Silas. And then afterwards, on the Return of Night, he will revive a stone army and take back the surface. When his friend kind of has a shaking resolve to the idea of disobeying the queen and the storyteller, Takeshi skewers him with a trident and then brings his body out into the ocean to dispose of it. And that is where we left off. Tappa is frozen in fear and shock right now.
Are they gone?
Mm-hmm.
We have to get to the old city.
I don't know. I don't know if we can.
It's not a if we can. We have to. If Silas is there, we have to go help him.
I don't want to see him hurt either. We should just. I could just. She's like frantic right now because like she just saw someone like murdered in front of her, which clearly she does not see this kind of violence in her day-to-day life. Let's just get back. Let's just get back to the house for now. Wait a bit, so he doesn't see us. We can think more there. We can think more there. And then she like shakily is like leads you back to the house. We should tell the storyteller. I should tell the storyteller.
Okay. You go do that. I'll talk to the other two. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. She's like she's not moving. She's like still seems to be pretty much in shock.
If I know that was a lot to take in, but you have to find yourself in this moment. There's people's lives at stake here, and we can't be freezing.
You're right. You're right. It's what a star caller would do. And she kind of trails off a bit to herself, and then she leaves.
As she's leaving, can I say, do you have any bows that work underwater?
I don't have any weapons at all.
Do your people have bows that work underwater?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
All right. Sorry. Yes, you can. I shall Shingy. And she like runs to her room, and she'll pop back out a little bit later. Okay. Shingy, when he should be able to figure out soon, and then he'll probably just rush back. Okay, I gotta go. Okay. She will walk into the room with Temenos and Darius, and like she's walking over to her stuff as she's talking to him. Just, we've got a problem. There's some
they're
kind
asleep.
Oh, wake up!
What?
There's a problem. There's.
Okay.
Darius, you're right, I guess. Does that wake you up?
Oh, I mean, what am I right about? I've said a lot of things.
There's something hidden in the city that's bad, and they're going to attack the overworld with it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to be right about.
She's digging through her stuff. Well, apparently one of them wants to and isn't much of a fan of outsiders and is going to kill the outsider that was going to help us get out of here, and we have to save him.
All right, okay. Darius just like activates his armor, slings his bag over his shoulders, like, all right, what's the game plan?
Before she responds to Darius, she's going to grab her magphone and attempt to contact Silas again. Silas, this is Endien. Somebody is coming to harm you. We're here in, I guess, Atlantis. Then just closes it. If there's a response at some point, then she'll respond to that. But she's just hoping that it gets to him. We have to go to the old city. They're going there to, I assume, kill him or get rid of him.
Okay.
All right, I'm up. I'll get Tellum up.
Tellum's not here anymore.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We'll save him later.
I think At the same time as Endien says Thelum's not here, Darius, like, again, half awake, just says Thelum's dead, like, at the same time overlapping with each other. And then it's just like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Temenos is half asleep. He didn't hear.
Yeah. Mostly he, like, looks up at Endien and is just like, ooh.
With the way she said Thelum isn't here anymore, you know she's clasped onto the he's gone forever notion.
Yeah. All right. You got. I mean, did Tapa's got some way for you to breathe underwater?
Well, I've got Thelum's bubble, but she gave when I went out to feed a crab. She gave me this conch that was able to use as like a rebreather thing.
Okay. Well, then we're good on air. One of the things we picked up down there, I'll be able to swim and breathe underwater. So if you give the conch to Temenos, we'll be covered. So I don't have to use spells for that.
Toss him the conch.
Oh, thanks. So I just put it over my mouth, and he puts it over his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get there, but Tapa went to tell the storyteller that this is happening. I don't know how well that's going to work out.
All right. All right.
Has it been within an hour? Is it still within the hour that we left?
Yeah, I'd say so. You're
I
trailing
like
on to the
elf.
end of it, but yeah, you look like it's the elf.
It doesn't matter. And like, okay. Is the storyteller their leader? Who's the storyteller?
I've only gotten bits and pieces about it. I assume some kind of a higher up.
Okay.
Well, you heard Takeshi mention both the storykeeper and the queen as two separate people.
Okay. So yeah, some kind of important member of their society.
Okay. All right. I mean,
as much as I just want to go, I have no idea where to go.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Not to mention that if we just go out wandering, all armed up and ready for a fight, it's not going to look good.
No, not if this person's trying to murder outsiders. That's probably not. I mean, we're going there to murder him, or, well, maybe not murder, at least stop him. As, like, glances over at Tim and was like, maybe not murder, at least stop him.
Just stop him.
Considering he murdered the person that he could disclose this to because he seemed less than thrilled to be along with this plan.
Right, okay, good to know.
After murdering Silas, he was just going to play it off as he knows best to the other people of Atlantis, apparently.
That sounds like a servant of the Dark One, and we need to stop him.
We're in Atlantis?
Apparently.
Okay. All right. Cool. Great. I love this. This is exactly what I wanted to do tonight.
How are you feeling?
I've been better. I'm assuming this hasn't been long enough to have a second long rest. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Darius is still moving slowly. Still looks a little pale and drawn. But yeah. Is ready to go. Like, is standing ready to do whatever needs to be done.
All right, I don't know how long she's going to be. But the only thing we can really do now is wait.
All right. Okay. I think Darius does, in a vain attempt to get more rest, deactivates his armor and lays back, like, rests, like, lays down, quote unquote, but, like,
Rest
isn't
your
trying to
eyes.
sleep, is just, like, fiddling with things. Again, like, all the little bits and pieces he keeps in his bag, like, tinkering with stuff, trying to rest, but not being able to.
2 hours go by.
Ooh. Okay. Sorry, Kyle. Silas is already dead. We didn't leave when we were supposed to. Sorry.
I have no idea where to go.
Eventually, Tapa comes back. So 2 hours later, Tapa comes back. Sorry. Back, Endien. Back, Darius. Back, Temenos.
Yes, we all see her back. What happened?
Sorry, I had to go talk to the storyteller, and tell him about Takeshi, and it was a lot of discussion on what we should be doing right now. So there are only a very few select people are allowed to be in the old city, right? Any of the royal family, the council, the storyteller, and the storyteller leads the Star Callers, so the Star Callers all get to go in there. All civilians will go through there once on the rite of passage. Otherwise, they're not allowed at all either, including me. So I was talking to them, and they said they would send another Star Caller in. It's just right now we're all pretty spread thin right now because of the holiday. We send out most of our military force to the outer rim of our territory, and a lot of our Star Callers are still out on missions. So they have one that they'll send out to go help the other two that are with Silas. And then they should be able to stop it, right? So they'll know to not that to restrain him.
No, I don't think they will be able to, and I'm not riding my chances on a maybe. And my best friend isn't dying because it's a holiday. You need to bring us to the old city.
I don't know. I'm not a Star Caller though.
Just because you aren't a star caller doesn't mean that you can't do the right thing. If this person gets their way, you heard what they said. They're going to go to war with the land. Not only is it going to be terrible for all the people on land, a lot of your own people will die as well. Title doesn't mean you can't do the right thing.
Give me a persuasion check.
Hey, Endien. Oh, I keep forgetting that Endien persuasion is actually decent for how terrible her charisma is. Well, charisma's not awful either. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20 for a 25.
Nice job, Endien.
She finally took the reins for once in her life, and she rolls good for it.
Okay. I can show you where the old city is, but if the other Star Callers see you, I'm not sure how happy they're going to be with that. Here, and then she goes out of the room, and then she gets some more conches. Here's 2 more conches, so you guys can breathe.
Bubble.
Darius just pockets one.
Yeah,
takes it.
Andy will take it too.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Just like a Star Caller. And then she will lead you out into the wider city, which is water.
I will use another pass without trace.
Okay. You are moving at a very slow pace because you also have Temenos. And his armor. So it's not immediate, but it does take you a while to get there still.
Yeah. Before we leave the house, before we actually get out into the city, Darius is just going to say, in a low voice to Endien as we're walking out, whatever you said to her, good job. I don't know what happened, but she seems to have some more vigor in her.
Thank you. I tried.
You did good. And continue on.
Yeah, eventually you see this large kelp forest. So it's just like this wide spread of kelp. But you don't see buildings or anything like that. Just the kelp. Okay, we're here. I don't know my way around the old city at all. I could probably lead you to the temple.
Okay. Is that where Silas will be?
That's what they were headed.
All right. I'd appreciate it.
Okay. And you're going through like this like is it the kelp forest? Your vision's fairly blocked, and as you enter into this kelp forest, like as if you went through like a barrier of sorts, you also now see ruined stone structure, very old style buildings from thousands of years, like you could probably date this to be like thousands of years old structures, as you're like in ruins, in shambles, as you're going through. You have to be careful when you're here. If you stay too long, you start getting sick. Shingi says that there's a part of the city called the Wastes, which is what causes the sickness, and that if you go there, it'll be a lot more taxing on you. So we have to be careful not to be here for too long, but it should be fine. We'll just get there and we can find your friend and the Star Callers and we can leave and it'll all be good. And as you guys are making your way, it seems like she kind of knows where she's going, but you get the sense that she's only ever been through this place once. So she does not know it very well at all. She's like kind of like going to like, I think it's this way. Should be further this way. And then she'll like swim up to like get like a better view of things. But she doesn't try to go too high up because she doesn't want to be spotted in here.
As we're going along, since Darius is also not feeling the best, I think I'm going to activate Borrowed Eyes so that I can have advantage on my investigation and perception for the next hour.
Ooh, yeah.
So I think how that manifests, not that the others would notice, but for the audience, as Darius starts to hone in on all these watchers around him, I think his eyes go black and white like they would be in Dark World. So as he's tapping into these other visions and things around him, he is hearkening back to the Dark World itself.
At some point, too, Endien would talk to Darius. I know you're still not feeling the greatest. If you need to get away at all, make sure you get yourself out. I'm not losing another person.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind, but I'm still pretty hardy, even if I'm not feeling my best. So I'll keep that in mind. As Endien mentions that I'm also going to activate my defensive field to gain 6 temporary hit points.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Passive perception for Endien is 16.
8 for Darius.
Perception.
Passive perception. So
Passive
take your
perception.
Oh, passive perception. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Should be on the left-hand side of your screen.
14.
16. Darius, because you have your eyes going, you can roll if you'd like.
Sure. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any better.
What do your dark eyes see, Darius?
That is worse.
Okay. This is the first time like like doing this with these eyes.
Yeah.
So this is probably like a lot of different sensations, and you're like figuring it out, like what's going on. So you're probably distracted with that. Endien notices it though. You guys are heading through the forest, and then suddenly you see a figure in the kelp forest, like ahead of you.
Somebody ahead.
They're not moving. Oh gosh. Oh, that's just one of the. It's just one of the ancestors. She spooked me for a second.
One of the ancestors?
Yeah. Look here, and you head over towards it, and it looks like a statue of a soldier.
It's not just a carcass out in the kill.
No, it's one of the ancestors. They all live in the old city. That's why people aren't allowed in here, because it's the city meant for the ancestors. We also call it the Ancestors City, and
Is this
the ancient city.
The stone statues that man was talking about?
Yeah, I think that might be what he's talking about. Because, like I said, there's the whole city has these littered around, like from before the cataclysm. So I mean, I've heard rumors, like it's kind of like this fairy tale that like someday they would come back, but it would be. I don't think our ancestors could breathe underwater, so I don't know that they would do well to be brought back here.
Maybe if they stay stone, they wouldn't have to breathe.
Maybe, but then they probably wouldn't. I mean, they're stone. Like, I guess I don't know how he would get them to stay stone and also be alive.
And I don't want to find out how he plans to do that. We should keep moving.
All right. Oh, here's a building up here. And then she like leads you to a building. They are all elves, by the way. The statues, like you can tell that they're elves. It leads to a building like, this isn't it. Shoot. Oh, I thought we got to it. This is not it. It's a fairly intact building. If you looked inside, you'd see that it is all filled with water. Hold on, let me go check a little bit more. And then she swims off to go check out and scout for this area.
Darius is trying to, as much as possible, every time we're coming across ruins, like trying to take in and memorize as many details as he can, like, but remaining focused on what we're doing. But it's just like, son of a bitch, I'd love to spend so much time down here, but we got things to do.
Do you like look into the building to see what kind of stuff's in there?
I mean, if Tapa is leaving us for a little bit, Darius would move like to the doorway to get a better look inside. He wouldn't fully go in just because he wants to be ready to leave.
It looks like a home in some form. It looks like possibly it's like what a home would look like after thousands of years of being submerged underwater and untouched. So you see jars, you see a chest, you see it's like countertops, like you see all this stuff that's like covered in algae or barnacles or stuff like that, and it's just an unscavenged location. You see on a table near the doorway is a pair of tiny metal rods.
Can I activate my wand of magic detection? So I have detect magic up for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. You're not getting any magic from this house specifically.
Okay. I didn't make a note of it because I didn't think it was going to be important. I do have my homunculus up and running, though. I switched that over after the last long rest. I can't, like, Darius is trying to be respectful in a shocking turn of events. But I think he would send his homunculus. Is there anything that, like, not necessarily anything of value, but anything that would have, like, be, like, decorative to show, like, the time or the age, or, like, be able to date this place, if that makes sense? Of, like, yeah, not anything of value, but, like, little pieces that you could maybe see how old it is, or more of the history of the place.
I think you can find, like, pottery, probably.
Yeah, that's
makes sense. Like a small jar of, like, made out of pottery that might have, like, designs inwards or around it. And again, the style of buildings here looks fairly different in, like, cultural distinction from what Atlantis is right now. So it seems like even very disconnected, like a time capsule and stuff.
I think he would send his homunculus over, just to, again, like, the smallest jar that he could carry over. Again, very inconsequential, not anything of value, just so he has something to study later.
Yeah. Do you, like, do you, like, give it a quick look at right now, or do you just...
No, because not that he's trying to be secretive about it, but like, at least to Temenos and Endien, but, like, obviously this is an important place for the people who are still currently living here, so it's just like, I don't want to piss off Tapa.
Okay, I think I found it. We can keep heading this way. And then she starts leading you in another direction. Eventually you start seeing more gatherings of statues, as they are all, like, soldiers. How long does your detect magic last for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. You are passing through, it looks like more like a unit, like a military unit that is together. One of them is missing their right hand.
It's very minor. Is the, like, piece of the statue nearby?
As you're, like, swimming through, especially with your eyes, if you're looking, give me give me a perception check.
A 12. Yeah,
you see below it, actually, is this slightly larger than slightly larger proportionalized hand that is actually just this metal gauntlet.
Oh. Oh, man. But it doesn't look like it's part of the statue.
Well, the thing is, if you... it doesn't look like a statue. It's not made of stone. It depends on how much you investigate the hand and the statue.
Where it's... Darius isn't going to stop. Like, if it was just if he saw the broken hand of the statue, I was just going to cast Mending on it to reattach the hand to it. But, like, seeing the metal gauntlet and it's like, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Very interesting, very cool. We don't have time to spend figuring out what the fuck that is, though. Like, just like, we can't stop long enough for him to truly investigate it.
Okay. Then you guys press forward.
Because I'm sure that would have been...
Eventually, you eventually get to this this bigger building. Oh, this is it! We're here. Oh, shit. We should lay low. I don't know if anyone's here or not. Okay, we can sneak inside. It's just, I still don't know how to feel about if the Star Callers see that we're here without a Star Caller. Okay, let's take a deep breath and go inside. You guys sneak into this building. Can I get stealth checks from everyone?
How long has it been since we left?
It's been about an hour.
Okay, so Pass Without Trace is gone.
Sorry, when did you cast Pass? Did you cast it in the city?
I would have cast it as we left because
okay,
I didn't want to be caught in the city.
It's been about 2 hours since.
Okay, so yeah, I just let Temenos roll.
That one.
Yeah, that sounds about
right. Darius got... Oh, because I don't... That's fucking why. That's whatever. Again, I didn't think we were going to be sneaking, so I got rid of my boots. I got a 6. No, I got a 10. Sorry, I
Don't
went the wrong way.
We don't tell them to balance us out anymore. I got a 23.
I'm sorry that I'm wearing full plate armor to survive.
You enter this building, and it is partially wrecked in the sense that whatever happened knocked a lot of, like, you saw buildings that got knocked over and wrecked. Here you see it's a grand library, and there are shelves knocked over and books that have been wasting in here for thousands of years. And she leads you through. It's in the back of this area. Is where the ritual happens.
Is it dark out here?
It is dark in here, yes.
Principal.
Where did Endien go?
I'm right here.
Okay. All right. Well, let's make our way. And she leads you to this back room. That when it seems as though there was a bookshelf that got knocked aside, and behind it was a door.
Silas out here breaking shit.
Just a little temper tantrum. And she quietly opens the door to look inside.
Can I, before we get too deep into this, as we're moving through the forest, Darius is going to say to both Endien and Temenos, if something's going bad and y'all are talking in Elvish and we got to start fighting under surprise, mention Thelem, because I ain't going to be able to hear what you're saying and know how the conversation's going. You bring him up, I'll be ready to fight, all right?
Perfect.
Okay. I wanted to establish that before we got too deep into the shit.
She peeks in on the other side of the stairway, or the other side of the doorway. Is Silas there?
Oh no, is he? Shit. Fuck, I don't know what party he's on the fucking ritual.
That's my question. Did he come here?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Okay. She looks inside, and there's this little chamber, like, with another door on the other side. She sees that there are three. She looks inside. She looks back. She's like quietly goes like, "Okay, I see the 3 star callers are there. But I didn't see Silas, which means he might be doing the ritual right now."
Remind me of that man's name that was coming here.
Takeshi?
Takeshi, yes. You don't have to come in with us if you don't want to. I know you're worried about what the Star Callers will do. We have to go in there.
This feels very disrespectful to the ancestors, but I could try and lead them away.
Yeah, if you could do that, so we could sneak in there, that would be amazing.
I probably won't get them too far away, hopefully, because I don't want them to be gone if Takeshi shows up.
Yes.
But
yes, that's quick enough for us to get in.
Talk to your friend.
Yes.
Okay, then you guys should hide.
I'm already hidden. I'm invisible.
She's like looking at the other two. You guys need to hide.
Oh, okay. And then Temenos hides.
Yeah, I mean, like, as best as I can, I would get out of sight of the door.
Okay.
I use my 2 second level spell slots, so I have no rope tricks for you.
If we had one more night of sleep, I was already going to prepare invisibility, but I did not get another long rest.
Just as you guys start to hide.
How much honor would it take for a flashback to change one of my prepared spells?
I'm going to say 2.
Okay, I'll burn that so I can have invisibility prepared.
Okay.
In that case, I will, now that we've gotten closer here, I'm going to cast invisibility. Oh, but it's a 2nd level spell, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Jealousy.
Fuck.
Heck.
I'm going to cast it on Temenos.
Okay. Guess on Temenos to hide him a little bit sneakier. So it's just you who's hiding out. As you guys are getting into spot, and you cast a spell. The door bursts open, and you see the 3 of them are look like they're in a formation. Like they seem like they work well together military wise. Like they're in a formation, looking because they're expecting. Like they sounded like they heard someone from the other side, and they were like about to go and do what they're gonna do to help it stop. But all they see is Tapa, and then she sees that they saw, and then she freezes for a moment, and then swims off, and they go after her.
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah, following the sound of Endien's voice, because now I'm the only visible person with 2 invisible companions.
Temenos follows behind.
Yeah, you guys head in. So there's this waiting room area, and then another doorway. And then if you open the other doorway, you are greeted to
Death.
A dry room.
Oh.
I think if you look to if you look towards different spots in the area, it looks like there's been coral set up that has helped this place dry out.
Yeah.
It's a large room with a stone wall on the back that has ivy, leafed ivy growing up and spreading around onto the stone surface, and plants just growing all over the area, all over the cracked through those the stone and stuff like that. And you see a tall, elvish man reading or looking at this stone wall.
Do I recognize this tall, elvish-looking man?
Do you?
I don't think she does. What you see is a familiar figure with longer hair that's pushed to the back, a coat, and a sword. It looks familiar, but it's wrapped in cloth on his back as he's reading the stone wall.
As you're reading it, Silas, it's in Elvish. It says, "Those who enter hear this warning. You must suffer the night to see the morning. Follow your dreams and walk the path. Suffer yourself and fear your own wrath. One will break and one will press on. Then find your weakness to see the dawn."
Okay, but how do I start it? Is there a door? Is there...
Silas?
Do I see you? Is it dark still?
If there's no light,
Oh, sorry. Sorry. This room is illuminated. It does have there's these these weird glowing patches that are stuck to the walls in the floor.
Okay.
So there is a green light that it's a dim light, but it's green, this green dim light.
Silas will turn around. Now that you can see his face, you can see that his hair's there's white strands. It looks like he's he visibly got older.
Is he 52?
No. But he has white hairs in his beard and his hair. and he just looks fucking tired. He'll look back. Are you disguised?
No, she wouldn't be disguised anymore. So yeah, you see the scarring covered with bark on the side of her face.
And Endien, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, but there's somebody coming to kill you.
Why are you here?
It's a long story that has to wait for now.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'll
have
also
to
let
wait.
you know
I'm
you're
in the
here.
middle of something. But there's a reason you're here, right?
I mean, isn't there a reason for everything? Damn it, Temenos. We were brought here, but we're here specifically because somebody's coming to kill you.
Oh. Okay. Instead of reaching for the sword on his back, you see he just grabs a rapier just magically from behind him because he's facing you now. Okay. Are they here?
It's been a few hours since I last saw them. I assume if they're not here now, they're on their way. They seem to want to kill you and use that as leverage to gain more power within the city, so they could raise an army and attack land.
I haven't met this person, right?
I think, I mean, without, give me a history check. That'll help me determine how much I want to say about this guy.
It's better than Thelms. It's a nat 20.
There you go. This guy, there's one person specifically you remember in your time here that sounds like they would be that hostile towards you. It's Starcaller Takeshi, who was on the mission that found you, and he has been pissed ever since that the storyteller Hotaru said it was okay for you to be here, and like that everyone's been like, there's been like this huge like atmosphere of outsiders are not allowed, and he has just had this burning resentment and disgust towards you like this entire like month that you've been down here. And he's like the one who seems like the most like, he seems like he's the kind of guy who thinks like might is right. So it does not surprise you if that's who Endien's talking about.
Well, if he's not here right now, want to join me?
In doing what?
The ritual. He'll turn back around, trying to find a way in, a way through.
Yeah.
What
So much easier if it was a window.
What does this ritual do? What is this?
So it is a rite of passage that most people go through. Like every citizen goes through this rite of passage. And for them, it's like a marker of adulthood. However, also, it's said that those with a strong will or a strong mind who come out the other end might be blessed by the ancestors. And so this ritual that most star callers have found their power after going through this and being murked and being shown to be a star caller. And that's kind of like how they like, so like there can be a tangible benefit to going through this if you're strong enough willed and you survive it. But it kind of helps. Like going through it would mark you as like kind of like okay in most people's book, if like as you're like one of them. But yeah, so you might find power from doing this if you're strong enough.
Which I want.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as we can be there to help you if this Takeshi shows up, I suppose. Sorry, this is Darius. I work with him. Do you want to take part in a cultural ritual, Darius?
I mean, what, like, I'm not against it. I don't know what, again, like, what do we got to do?
Oh, also, there's another person here. They're invisible right now.
Hi!
Darius probably wasted a second level spell. I wasted second level spells left and right too, so we're in the same boat right now.
I mean, look, like I wasn't sure what was going to be happening, and we got it for an hour, so like we'll just keep it.
Temenos. Temenos is here. He's also works with me.
Yes, he does.
Like, I think he follows me around mostly.
So, this is your party. Your group.
I wouldn't call it a party.
We have so much fun.
Would my family have told me about their visit?
No, I don't think Gillivan's on good terms with you by any means.
He did seem to hate you.
Gillivan is the kind of guy who wants to be the lead of the Dubois family. And you're kind of like a thorn in his side by existing.
We love that.
He's also not thrilled that you're half human.
Well, Endien was also not thrilled in the beginning.
It's not that she wasn't thrilled. She just questioned why.
Anyways. Can I do a perception or investigation?
Yeah, there's this big wall with this. I
don't know what to do with this wall.
I don't know if anyone else needs repeating. Darius, I don't think can read it.
Nope, I can't. So I need someone to translate it.
If you could repeat it, I would translate it to Darius.
Those who enter hear this warning. You must suffer the night to see the morning. Follow your dreams and walk the path. Suffer yourself and fear your own wrath. One will break and one will press on. Then find your weakness to see the dawn.
Can you copy and paste that somewhere for us? Thank you.
It seems like some kind of
I'm going to translate it into a different language first and post that.
Perfect. That seems
you get that full
incredibly
experience.
useful.
It seems like some kind of dream magic stuff.
I was assuming I'd open a door and find a path.
Can I get nature checks from people?
Nature checks?
Nature checks.
You can tell. Endien, you're proficient in this, and this is what you do to me?
Instead of a -1, I got a 0 or a +0 now.
Would have loved if I don't have disadvantage. Would have loved that nat 20, but I got a 7.
I would have loved not rolling a natural 1 to get a 4.
What did
roll a 17?
Hey. Roll 17.
Yeah.
What did Silas get?
12.
12. Okay. Temenos, you're kind of like looking around at the stuff. You've read that, and I mean, I think you look at the vines that are growing here, and you recognize this kind of plant. The leaves on this type of plant are said to it's the kind of leaves that you could consume or like make into a tea, and it would help alleviate sleeping problems.
Okay. Well, guys, know it's probably not the best time to suggest this, but maybe we should have some sleepy time tea. Kind of see what happens. Riddle kind of implies sleep, doesn't it?
I mean, technically, elves don't sleep.
It is
Can't
true.
be put to sleep.
Maybe that just makes it that much more of an experience for elves.
Do we really want to be putting ours? If that can put elves to sleep somehow, would we want to be doing that when somebody's coming to kill Silas?
One of us could stay behind.
I mean, I can.
I don't particularly want to.
Do I know how
Confront
strong
my-
Takeshi is?
You know he is strong. You know he.
Is he level 7 though?
So there's a fun discrepancy
I can take
in
him.
D&D
In a fight? Never mind.
in humanoids, humanoid spellcasters, where like a CR like 9 creature might be like it's a 7th level spellcaster, and then another CR9 could be like it's a 4th level spellcaster. So you don't really know. It's CR doesn't really translate very well to level, so who knows if it's that if it's like a 7th level
What
character.
I'm saying
You
is
know
like,
Takeshi's strong. He's like one of the top 2 star callers.
yeah. What I'm saying is like, have I seen him actually be in a fight?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
You would know that he's one of the 2 like top. So you know, like the structure of the star callers is the storyteller is the one that leads them, and then you would know that Shingi and Takeshi are the 2 strongest star callers that they have. And that Shingi is currently off on a mission.
I can 1v1.
I'll say like now that he's like that Temenos has like pointed out the leaves and like what they are. I think Silas recognizes the plant pretty well because this is the same kind of leaf that they use during the Fomorian Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Anyone got a way to heat water?
I mean, fire. We can watch over you while you do. This is your ritual anyway. There is a tree branch right outside my window, and it's just one, and it only is in front of the window if it's windy. So just every once in a while, you just see in front of the window. It's right where I'm looking.
It's a ghost. It's a ghost. Spooky.
You know, you don't have to like make it into tea. Like a lot of people do
just
that.
Oh, just
you
consume it?
You could just consume it.
Okay. I would
Straight off
rather
the
much
vine,
have
baby.
tea.
God, Silas is still so bougie. Never mind. Let's leave.
Okay, fine. It takes off a leaf. Did you guys... I know we just met Darius?
Yes.
Can I sense the tension between... Can I do an insight roll? Damn. I know I'm a Dubois and everything.
He doesn't know you're a Dubois, right? Or no, he would because I talked about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled a 4. I know nothing.
I think Darius still has his helmet up. Like,
okay.
thought about dropping
Oh.
it, and then, like, as we're going through, just never got around to it, and now has just kept his helmet up for this conversation.
Would you guys mind protecting me while I undergo this?
Of course.
This is what we're here for.
Of course we'll keep you safe.
Very 3 drastic emotions
Even
behind those answers.
Even Endien's face shifts when Temenos goes, "Of course we will."
I will sit down and consume the leaf.
All right, you can leave. Is Temenos? Or is he part of team not doing this?
He's going to be part of team not doing this just to
Okay.
keep Silas safe.
At some point, Silas, the greenish light of this room, you've realized has turned a shade of yellow instead, and it's like a fog of yellow is whirling in this room. You see everyone else. Well, you see Endien and Darius as you're doing this, but as you're looking around at these people and you see this fog, you start feeling a little lightheaded at first. But as you look back at the wall, you see a doorway is there.
I will open it.
It's just a door. It's just like a path.
It's just a doorway. Okay,
Yeah, just a doorway, just a path. Looking down, it looks like it leads through a hallway.
I press W. I go in.
And you start heading down this hallway. Everyone else, you see him kind of go into a little bit of a trance. Like his eyes kind of glaze over just a bit, and you see him walk straight through the wall.
Oh. Do we worry that
Yes.
I didn't finish my sentence?
That Takashi's on the other side waiting for him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we have to follow. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to.
I'd fuck us to the deepest depths. Fine. Fine.
He might be in danger.
Do you all consume your leaves?
I was going to say, Darius, if you don't want to do this, you don't have
Temenos
to.
already consumed a leaf.
I love that Temenos answers like a fucking action figure.
Yeah.
Press a button.
That's basically what he is, man.
As Endien says that, Darius does drop his helmet and say, so I'm supposed to fucking sit here while y'all go off and do whatever, not knowing if you're alive or dead either? Because that's the other option. I don't want to do this, but I'll do this because it's important to you. Just like when we went down into that city.
I appreciate it.
Rips a leaf off and eats it.
And just like that, the room has slowly turned into this yellow mist. This fog has entered into this room. And you each see a doorway somewhere in this room. Endien's, it's off to the left. Darius, it's on the right wall. Temenos, it's in the direct center of the front
It's underneath
wall.
Darius.
You still see each other. You seem to see each other with all... You don't seem glazed over to each other when you're looking, but...
We can't see each other's doors, though.
You don't see each other's doors, though. You just see your own.
All right, well, here we go. Starts walking towards her door, expecting the other two to follow her.
With a little rueful, Darius says, I guess I gotta turn right again, and turns towards his door and starts walking.
Wait, you're coming this way?
We got different doors, Endien.
Yeah, Temenos just walks through his door.
He's invisible, so we don't know. He's just gone. He already went on his dream vision. He's not even here for this conversation. He left right away.
Like when he eats his leaf, you just see a floating leaf with like bite marks going into it, like a cartoon. And you all head into your own hallways. And that is where we're going to end this episode. If you would like to catch up with all things Interdimensional Library or Gluttony Earth, you can always hit up the IDL on Twitter at IDL_RPG or hashtag bookworms to talk with your fellow bookworms. If you'd like to talk to me about taking some leaves to fall asleep, you can always hit up me on Twitter at Bumblescum. If you would like to wear a mask for the entire time you meet someone new, you can always hit up Adam at Little Growth. If you would like to be distracted by a stick outside your window, you can always hit up Baka at Zombie Baka. If you would like to have muscle cramps halfway through the episode, you can always hit up Kane at Kane_Wellner. And sorry, while we were all talking about these guys, Silas, Kyle just already walked through his door before everyone else. So let's wait until we catch up to him on the other side. Bye.